Hi and welcome. Today we're looking at the NEEWER PA009 Universal Phone Cage Kit. So this is really good if you're into filming. This will really help you with this dual handle. So, and they allow you to add loads of different accessories. Okay, so that's what we have inside. It comes well packed. So that's one handle. It has this soft kind of rubber material, all kind of ways of using it, as you can see, all kind of mounts on it. Yep. So let's have a look on this side as well. Same. Let's dig in a bit more, and we have also some instructions. So I'll take this box out of the way. So this is the main part where you attach your phone, and as you can see, it's light. It's made of aluminium. Everything is premium. That's how you adjust your phone, and it has a bit of rubber on both sides. So, and as well, you can mount this, as you can see, in 5 different ways or heights. Same on the other side. So yeah, let's have a quick look on the manual. Let's take this out of the way as well. So yeah, that's how they suggest you should use it. I don't think I've seen. Oh no, it is. Wow. So it also comes with a little key inside. I don't know if it's magnetic or I think it might be magnetic. Was it magnetic? Yeah, it has a little bit of magnet in there to keep it in place. Sorry about the yellow around my nails. I've been cooking, and I've been using some spices, and they don't want to go. So let me just pause this video and put this together for you, and then I'll show you, and we can mount a phone on it. And I'll also show you that it works with one of these accessories that you can buy separately. One more thing, guys, I've just noticed that the phone clamp can also be adjusted, so you can go left, right with it. There's also ways of probably installing the handle in there, so you could hold it in a different position. All sorts of ways. Okay guys, so sorry about the mess. It's all installed, and I'll show you quickly. Let me just put these keys back in place. Obviously I should have done it by now, but I got too excited with this. It's too good, guys. So let me show you. I was able to integrate this with 2 other accessories that I have. So one of them is this light, which I have in here. Has a little screen, and you can just change the light. As you can see now, I have it just to go around all the lights. And then is this other light I have, which the same, it can be, it's from Small Ring. It can be it's this light that I was talking about earlier. And then yeah, let me just turn off the lights a bit. See if we can create that cinematic scene in here. So I guess you just go and film like this with it. So you could go without any handshakage. But yeah, looks really pro. I'm gonna quickly show you like this as well. Let me just turn on the light. So yeah, guys, looks really nice. You can put loads of accessories on it. One thing I've noticed is like you probably have to really tighten this up, because otherwise you'll feel a bit of a movement if you don't do it, and probably this will scratch, but it doesn't even matter because it's amazing anyway as it is. So yeah, NEEWER or NEEWER is brilliant because you can mount all these accessories on it and make a right scene for yourself for when you're filming, which is amazing. So let me just quickly see. At the moment, probably you need to make sure it's everything tight, because when I hold only this, obviously it's a bit heavier now. There is a bit of movement. Well, I think it's to do with the fact that it's not really well tight. Yeah, but otherwise it's brilliant. You just go smooth like that and start filming your favorite video. So hey guys, thank you for watching. And one more thing, it's not that heavy. It feels a bit, but it's quite light. It's actually very light. Think about, I have two lights mounted as well, two handles. And now that I'm thinking of it, I might just like this to be adjusted so I could have a bit like that. This whole bit a bit down. You can do that from here as well. So you can go up and down with this. As you can see, you can also mount lights in here. Like for example, let's say I don't really want this in there, I just want it in here. You can easily do that as well. So you can have space for other stuff in there. Or you can just maybe use only this. Let me show you. And you can use it just like that. And if I think about it a bit, maybe not this one, but the other one that I have allows me to remove this. Oh no, actually no, this is a bit different. So you can't really remove that, I guess, from there. But with this one, you can actually unscrew it. And I could probably screw my maybe GoPro in there. Let's just have a quick look. So yeah guys, you could definitely do that. You just use one of these. You screw that in. And then you install your GoPro in there. And then you have an additional extra camera if you are into that. Or what you could do, you could just remove this. You install your GoPro on it. And then you use it with this little handle in here. Like so. And you have your GoPro mounted like that. Because this one you can probably remove, and you just have a little handle for your camera. So yeah, there's so many possibilities with this. It's just an amazing product, and I would definitely recommend it. Thank you for watching.
Today we're going to take a look at the NEEWER Universal Phone Cage Kit, how to put it together, its features, and most importantly, how you can use it in your content creation needs. So let's go ahead and take a look at what comes in the box with the NEEWER Universal Phone Cage Kit. When you open up the box, you'll find inside several things 2 handles in nice foam insulation. Pull those out, and you will find the actual cage kit itself packed in a nice bubble wrap protective unit. Pull the phone cage unit out. That's what it looks like without its handles attached. Once you have that out, it's time to go ahead and attach the handles. So when you're ready, just pick which hole you want. In my case, I'm going to take the handle and attach it to the number 2 hole. I'm going to finger tighten it. So now you can see one handle's in place. On the second side, just do the same thing. Finger tight the nut. Again, in my case, I'm going to use the second hole from the bottom. Tighten it down, finger tight. When you're ready, you will find there's actually Allen wrenches that come with the unit itself. 2 of them. One is a larger one here that I'll pull out. Second one here. And I'll show you in a minute where you use that one. So in the case of the larger one, now that you have finger tightened those nuts, just tighten them down a little bit more with the actual Allen wrench. So it's good and tight, good and taut, and they're not going anywhere. When you're done, I highly recommend immediately putting it back in there in the handle. It is magnetized, so it's not going to go anywhere. Now, looking at the back of the unit itself, this clamp is where the actual phone unit will go. So you take your phone. In this case, it's just an old phone we've got lying around. We're going to take the phone itself. This is a smaller iPhone. Slide it into the clamp as you see there. And then the actual top, the screw, just tighten it down, finger tight again. Now, one of the things that I find a little bit challenging with this unit is it's hard to reach the actual button that turns on and off the phone when you're recording a video or shooting a photo, whatever. One item that makes it a little bit easier with this second Allen wrench, which is smaller, Neewer has provided an option where you can loosen these nuts on the back of the unit. And you can do this either before you add the phone or after you add the phone. Either way, doesn't matter. But it is a little bit touchy, so you got to make sure you loosen them enough. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting here really reaming on this thing and you might break something. So just take the time to loosen them good. And then you can slide the phone to where you want it. Once you get it to the position you want, tighten those nuts back down, good and tight, so it's not moving, it's not going anywhere. And if by chance you should lose this Allen wrench or the Allen wrenches, it just takes a standard Allen wrench, which you can get at any big box store or hardware store, whatever. Again, return the Allen wrench to its little home here, and it's magnetized, as I mentioned already, so it will help you keep it in place. You are now ready to take your photo. Again, I'll flip it over so the Neewer is pointing in the upright position. The one thing I have found with this cage kit that I do find a little bit challenging is on these smaller phones, it's harder to reach the button to turn the phone on to record. You know, my little bitty hands, they don't fit well and reach all the way over. So I kind of have to move it over here to turn it on or off. But once you're starting to record and you're ready to take a photo, if you will, especially with video recording, you can now move it left and right, up and down, whatever you need to do to get the position you want for your video and or your photo. This is the NEEWER Universal Phone Cage Kit. It's a great unit if you're looking for something sturdy to hold your phone in place while you are doing some video especially. Take a look and check it out.
This is my review of the NEEWER phone stabilizer. So looking in the box, it's all packed very nicely. There's lots of foam. This is sort of the main unit itself, and then it comes with the two handles. The handles are all metal construction. They have some nice grips on both sides of the handle. This mount here slides up and down, and you can tighten it using a hex wrench just in here. And similarly with these ones, you can screw it in, and then you can kind of slip the hex in there to tighten it up. And both of these handles look the same. The one really cool feature about them, I thought, was the hex wrench is actually built right into the base. It's a little bit of an odd design though, because you kind of really have to get your fingernails in there in order to pop it out. But you can kind of grab the top of it, you can see. And that can be used for tightening these bolts in here so the unit doesn't slide up and down. And additionally, it will slide into these little holes. So if you want to tighten this up, you can kind of use it to kind of ratchet in a little bit more to make it really tight. And looking at the very bottom again, you can see that there is a bit of a screw hole, so you can put your tripod end in there. And on the very top, there is two more. And then there is a flash shoe mount as well. So you can put your microphone or flash or light just on the top of it like this. It works pretty easily. Looking at the mount for the phone, it's all metal construction as well. There is the brace right here to put your phone in. It has a lot of tension in there. It's got kind of a rubber back plate here to keep your phone protected. And additionally, it's got rubber on the top and the bottom here to keep your phone in place and to keep it from sliding out. If you look at that, it's at a bit of an angle, so you can kind of hold your phone in pretty well. You don't really have any issues there. And on the other side too, additionally, there is a screw here, so you can kind of tighten it up once you have your phone in place, just to make extra sure that nothing moves around. So looking on the top of the device, we have 3 different flash shoe mounts, and then additionally we have 2 other sort of mount points for screws, and then these are all sort of your traditional tripod mount screws, and there's a whole lot of them. There's 5 on this side, another 5 here, for 10 in total, so that leaves a room for a ton of different accessories. And on the sides, you'll see that there is 4 on this side, so another 4 on the other one, and then there's cutouts here, which we can get into in a minute, and they cover the sort of the top and the bottom. And on the very bottom here, additionally, we have another 5 mounts here, so a ton of options. So you can put the handles either on the top or on the sides and add lots of other accessories as well. Here's a quick look of what it looks like with the Samsung S20 FE in there. This one's a little bit tricky because it does have a power button over here. So you're sort of forced to slide it over on the side. You can't really center it as easily, or the clamp will be pressing down on the power and volume buttons. And note that you do have the flexibility of flipping it around on the other side. So you can still access like the volume and power buttons through these cutouts. And even if they were on the top, you can sort of do so as well. So that's a pretty smart design for keeping things accessible. And similar, like if you had your power cable cut in and you didn't, or plugged in and you didn't want to kind of twist it out like that, you can just kind of put it in through the cutout and it works without sort of any issues there. So here it is in landscape mode with both of the handles put on, and again this does adjust up and down, so you have an option there, and you can just tighten it up like you mentioned earlier with the included hex wrench. And similarly you can also do it in portrait mode if you wanted to. Maybe I can do an example of that later. But even though these things do move up and down, you can't sort of move them further in, which might be sort of nice, because I did find that especially if you want to do one-handed, there's a lot of torque, so it gets really sort of uncomfortable. So I think even if you did sort of just have the one handle on there, I found you probably want to be holding it with both hands most of the time, otherwise you're just going to get a little bit of hand fatigue. Okay, so I flip it around, so there's an example of what it looks like using it sort of more in portrait mode. And I suppose too, if you just wanted to one-hand it and you wanted to go landscape, this is probably a little bit more comfortable than having it with the handle on the side. And here's a quick look with the accessory on there with the handle on the bottom, just from the front, and just swiveling around so you can have a look, see what it looks like sort of from the back. This is currently going for $133 Canadian on the Amazon website. So overall, I would say it's pretty nice. It's very premium construction. It's all very metal materials, very nice sort of grippy handles. Having the hex wrenches stored in the handles is pretty cool. And you can see there's two little magnets in there to keep it in place as well. I just wish they were a little bit easier to get out. If you have larger fingers, it's going to be a bit of a hassle. But given the price at $130, I would say this is sort of more geared towards a professional or someone who's going to get frequent use out of it, more than sort of someone who's intending it to use it for more casual use. And I mean, it is definitely a little bit on the heavier side, so you'll have to keep that in mind. You're probably going to be wanting to use this with two hands. I mean, and that's really is the design for it most of the time.
Alright, this is a test of the NEEWER phone mount paired with an S22 Ultra at 1x zoom. Just a manual 360 spin. It's very comfortable to grip. It's easy to hold in front of you. You can see my shadow there. Actually, how about I move a little bit? Alright, so you can see the whole grip situation. And you can mount the grips, oh, I won't be able. You can mount the grips on top, bottom. You can adjust them down and up. There's 3 cold shoes, I believe. Cold shoes, yeah, because they're not powered. 1 on top, 2 there. And then if you flip it around, you won't get access to the, well, you could possibly, oh wait, actually, oh wow, there's more than that. Wow. Oh, actually, no, I missed it. There's 3 on here, 2 on the grips. The very basic grip overall, like structurally, but it is incredibly versatile and strong. Even the grip adjustments, these can go up and down. It feels comfortable to use, as you can see. I'm just gonna go and move away from the mirror and do a zoom in. Like obviously there's no stabilization on here, so it's not perfect, but it's definitely gonna fill a need. The S22 Ultra already has some pretty good video stabilization, like image stabilization, but the grip makes it easy to hold focus on there. It's easy to take your eyes off the phone for a second. And then obviously the 0.5 is even more stable. I put it to 1 for the regular lens. I'm holding it in one hand as well. It's pretty easy. Good to do tilts. And then here it is. The phone's held into place with just a spring. Now you can get a closer look at the mounting. Comes with 2 thumb screws on here. There also have holes, and then you can mount them on the holes there, or mount them on the holes there. And it's all metal construction, except for the grips, rubber coated, but the it's real strong. The only thing I didn't like as much is the recessed screws in here. So I got to double check, but I don't see an Allen key in the package. So I just used it because actually it came with one of these screws was already loose and off. So I just used the Allen key to tighten it up. And I had to go find my own Allen key. But other than that, it's great. Oh, darn it. And there's the adjustment there that you can tighten. I untightened it a little too much. But it's not my first newer product. And I definitely, NEEWER is very good for quality to price ratio. Like, yes, you can get it more expensive, and yes, you can get something that's cheaper than this, but the value for money of these of the NEEWER products, I find are like just in a great sweet spot where it is, you know, it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to get something that's good quality. You might not have 100% of the bells and whistles, but you will get something that is 100% usable, and you know, you're not going to get the extra 10% that, you know, paying, you know, $100 or $200 extra or more would get you. But yeah, no, definitely a good mount. Definitely going to be part of the rotation for phone filming.
Hi folks, this is Lapco Foodie here. Today showing you some equipment that I use in my studio to capture videos and camera shots. With the video I have the NEEWER shotgun camera phone. As you can see in front of me, this is NEEWER PA017 smartphone camera rig. It comes with a strap, this round thing to hold lenses. I take it out because I don't use it. It comes with 2 bars. I had to purchase these ones, so I purchased that one and that one. It comes as a pair. Now I want to tell you something really interesting. When you go and read the Amazon advertisement, it says the smartphone rig comes with the strap. I got this unit a day ago. The one at the back, I got it a week ago. Now if you look at the difference between the two? There isn't much, but this one I got yesterday has this signage there, whereas this one doesn't. And they all claim to come from the same advertisement. Now, the one I got a week ago didn't come with a strap, so I had to go and buy straps myself. I went and bought the Velcro small elastic cinch straps, and that's what it looks like. Since the new one comes with a strap, I'm going to replace it and use the Velcro instead, just because it is elastic. Alright, so you can stretch it. Now, why would I need this? I put where this should be in between, I put the NEEWER charge bank. At the moment, this is the smallest in the market that can charge at 65 watts. This is the 65 watt 20,000 mAh. So in this setup, I have the small rig RM120 video light. So it comes with a cold shoe adapter. This I had to buy myself because I got a cold shoe here, here, and here, which I can extend out later on if I want to put magic arm with a cold shoe. So yes, I highly recommend this NEEWER PA017 rig. There are 3 cold shoe inserts that you can put, and there are plenty of 1/4 inch threads from the top to the sides to the bottom that you can put different adapters onto it. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration, and I'll see you next time.
So here we have the smartphone video rig by NEEWER. Very simple product. It's basically a cell phone cage. You slide your phone in there. It clamps down. You can actually tighten it up also, make it extra secure. But as you'll see, I'm going to shake this bad boy and it is not going to come out. It's very secure. So you'll be confident putting your $1,000 phone in there. And I think it's really good for the iPhone, especially because the iPhone has built-in stabilization like most smartphones do nowadays. But the difference is with the iPhone, you can't turn that stabilization off. So when you actually put your iPhone in a gimbal, there's a little battle going on between the iPhone stabilization and the gimbal stabilization, but you won't have that battle with this video rig. So I liked it. It kept my video pretty stable. The 4th axis, you know, the walking up and down is still pretty hard to get rid of that, but it's not too bad. It's a lot better than handheld. And you have the 1/4 shoe mounts at top and bottom, and the cold shoe mount. So a lot of potential to add different products in this, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. I wasn't. I have some good beach footage coming up here, and I hope you enjoy.
This is my iPhone 15 ProRes recording rig. So I have a Samsung T7 2TB SSD, and then connected to a Belkin 4 USB-C hub. And then I have a power delivery, which is connected to a power bank. And then I have another USB-C connected to my digital mic. It has gain control, and it could switch to analog as well. So right now it's on digital mode. And then this rig is mounted on a quick release with very hefty handles. And then I can connect some filters with this space provided. And I converted this mount here for my shutter release. This is just a shutter release from one of my selfie stick.
This bad boy is a beast. This thing is all metal, tightening in there to allow the handles go up and down. Shoe mount there. Those tighten in. They can also be put on the side to turn it to portrait instead of landscape. It's heavy duty. You can see the 3 different mounts on top. It has a pad right here.
I ordered this NEEWER universal phone cage kit, and I love how it came very well protected. It's got the instructions, little cloth, and I've already got it mounted. I've already assembled it, and I've got it on my tripod, but this is just to give you an idea how it's holding up really nicely. It's got great grips, and so far I'm very happy with it, very impressed.